We live in a world that seems to reward constant online performance. But have you ever stopped to think about the power of staying quiet? Today, we're going to dig into why online silence isn't a weakness at all, but actually a profound sign of inner strength.
It's a pressure so many of us feel, right? If you're not constantly posting selfies or sharing updates, does it mean you're insecure or that you have nothing valuable going on in your life? Let's take a minute to really challenge that assumption. Okay, this slide really just lays out the pressure cooker we're in. On one side, you have digital showmanship, which everyone assumes means you're confident and successful, and on the other, online invisibility, which gets misread as being insecure or disconnected. It's a powerful and honestly a pretty inaccurate judgment.
But what if we've been looking at this completely backwards? What if all that quietness isn't a weakness at all? Let's flip this on its head and explore a totally different perspective.
Here it is. This is the core idea of our whole conversation today. Your online silence, it isn't about a lack of confidence. It's actually a sign of a deep internal strength you possess. And there's a name for it: secure self-esteem. So, what in the world is secure self-esteem? Well, think of it as this incredibly stable form of confidence that comes from the inside. It just doesn't need external validation, like likes or comments, to keep going.
I love this quote because it just nails the feeling perfectly. Your sense of who you are, what you've accomplished, your happiness, all of it is already valid. It doesn't need to be run through the social media filter to become real.
And the practical benefits of this are huge. I mean, people with secure self-esteem are just naturally less anxious because they're not constantly chasing approval. This frees up so much mental energy to focus on what actually matters, real-world goals, because you're validating your worth from within.
So let's give this a name because it really deserves one. You're not just quiet, you are a quiet architect. You're thoughtfully and actively building a life that has substance, not just performing for some digital audience.
So how do you build this kind of foundation? Well, let's take a look at the cognitive blueprints, the two key psychological traits that really create this incredible inner strength.
I want you to imagine you're building a massive skyscraper. The steel structure, the core of the building, that's your internal locus of evaluation, your own personal standard for what's good. And the internal wiring, the electrical systems, that's your self-concept clarity, a crystal clear, confident sense of exactly who you are.
And this brings us to a really important question you have to ask yourself. Is my sense of worth external, based on likes and comments, or is it internal, based on my own values? The quiet architect always operates from that internal source.
And this is the powerful result, right here. When your self-worth comes from the inside, you just naturally start to prioritize substance, the actual strength of your character, over the fleeting, temporary status that you get from an online performance.
Okay, that second trait, self-concept clarity. This one is all about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what truly matters to you deep down. When that's solid, you just don't need a digital crowd to tell you you're worthy because your happiness is already coming from within.
So you've put in the work, you've built this strong internal foundation. How does it actually protect you out there in the digital wild? Let's talk about the payoff.
This brings us face to face with a major online challenge: social comparison theory. And you know what this is? It's that constant, almost subconscious habit of comparing our messy, real, behind-the-scenes lives to the perfectly polished highlight reels we see on our screens. And here's the crucial part. Being a quiet architect, with that solid foundation of secure self-esteem, it acts like a powerful shield. It gives you the resilience to see the highlight reel for what it is, an illusion, and not let it make you feel bad about your own reality. So really, every single day, you're faced with this choice. And it's not just about posting or not posting. It's so much deeper. It's a decision between jumping on the hamster wheel of digital performance or cultivating a real sense of inner peace by knowing your life is complete just as it is. Ultimately, this is the choice the quiet architect makes: peace over performance. Every single time. It's a conscious decision to protect your mental health and your own sense of calm. All right, let's bring this all together. It's really about recognizing that you are the one in control. You are the one holding the blueprints to your own life and, more importantly, to your own self-worth. Let this one really sink in. Your greatest joys, your biggest achievements, your most meaningful connections, they happened. They are real. They are valid, whether a single person liked them on a screen or not.
So remember what you're actually building in your quiet moments. You're building a life of real substance, grounded in actual psychological science. And all of that leads to a profound, unshakable personal security.
And this just captures the entire idea so beautifully. While other people might be focused on painting the facade, you're doing the deep, essential work. You're building something that is designed to last, something strong and functional, long after the digital trends are a distant memory.
This is the ultimate takeaway. That feeling of being seen, of being validated, it doesn't have to come from an audience. It comes from you. You are the architect, you're the inspector, and you are the happy resident of your own life. You hold the plans. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. When the screens are off, when the audience is gone, and it's just you, what essential, lasting, and meaningful thing are you building?